All right, folks, I am continuing my grave documentation at Mountain View Mausoleum and Cemetery. This is the grave of James Cooksey Earp. This is Wyatt Earp's elder brother. He was born June 28, 1841 in Ohio County, Kentucky. He died in San Bernardino County on January 25, 1926. He was 84 years of age. He was, as I said, Wyatt's and Virgil Earp's elder brother. His father, Nicholas Earp, I did a grave video on Nicholas Earp quite some time ago. Nicholas Earp is buried in the National Cemetery of Los Angeles, quite a ways from here. James Earp was the son of Nicholas's first wife. Nicholas was married 3 times. His first wife died, and that's why he married a second time. James was not really a gunfighter, although he did work for a while in Dodge City, Kansas, under the famous Charlie Bassett. Charlie Bassett, just for your information, was the proverbial lawman of the 19th century West, and his deputies included James Earp and Wyatt Earp and Bat Masterson. So Charlie Bassett was a real gunfighter. So they served under him. Anyway, James here also served in the Union Army during the Civil War. Wyatt and his other brothers were too young to serve, but James served. James was wounded in the shoulder during a battle and was discharged in 1863. Sometime after, James opened up he was a saloon in Dodge City, and he also opened, he was a lawman, in Dodge City. He also opened up a saloon and ran the Long Branch Saloon in Dodge City. So instead of going on with police work and gunfighting and law keeping, he became basically a saloon keeper, a bartender, a business owner. And he also worked in gambling houses. His wife, Bessie, was a prostitute. Some say she wasn't really a prostitute, but she was a madam. Either way, that's really despicable. I can't imagine getting married to a woman like that, but James did. And she stayed with him until he died. Now, James was in Tombstone, Arizona in 1881 during the fight at the OK Corral. Virgil and Wyatt and Morgan and Doc Holliday were in that gunfight. James was not. So James eventually moved out of Arizona, and he went to Idaho, and then he eventually came here and lived in Colton, California, nearby the other Earps. The other Earps had a family home. I think it was on 3rd Street somewhere, and this is where James died. So he's buried with his in-laws, actually. Raymond is an in-law, and William, I believe, was he was an in-law. I think it was his wife's father. This is where his sister-in-law is buried here. So that's the story of James. His life wasn't nearly as colorful as Virgil's and Wyatt's. Morgan, unfortunately, was murdered in Tombstone. And poor Warren just did something stupid later in life. I think it was about the year 1900. He got himself killed because he got drunk and he walked right toward a guy who was holding a gun and just threw his life away. But James was much less colorful, and he lived longer. So there you have the story of one of the Earps.